Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to your favorite. What's today? Thursday?
Yes.
Thursday
night
show.
Sorry, let's track there. Let's track.
Thursday night show here on TJ Warren TV and on YouTube. Welcome back to Let's Be Real. We got some massive guests for you today. And you know what? Like we said, me and Connor had this conversation earlier this week, and we were like, you know what? We got to step it up. We got to start getting guests on this show. We got to start talking about the big subjects with the biggest creators, the creators that you guys love to see. So obviously we're going to be talking about Mikel Arteta being a giant crook. And speaking of crooks, we got the biggest one on YouTube. Welcome, Flawless.
Love the intro, man. Love the intro. That is great. That is a phenomenal intro. I love that. That is one of the best intros I've ever got. Reminds me of myself. I love that, man. That is great. Excellent.
You literally called me a fraud before you brought on Vader the other day. You literally called me a giant fraud.
That is true. But
I'm just repaying the favor. It's honestly a compliment. It's a compliment at this point. Yeah, let's be real. Let's be real. But
definitely is.
But welcome everybody. Flawless, how you doing, bro? You good?
I'm all blessed, man. Big up for having me. Always love being over here. Big up to Connor as well. Shouts to the chat. Make sure you run up the likes though, you lot, and hit the subscribe button as well.
100%. And yes, and if you live under a rock and you haven't subscribed to Sarcasm City TV, the link is in the title. Go over there and subscribe. Staffy will be joining us. He is an even bigger crook, but he's coming home from work right now, but he will be joining us a little bit later. But Connor, how you doing, bro? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm solid, man. One more day of work tomorrow, then I'm off for a whole week. So I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to that. And I've had a break from work in I think since Christmas of last year. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. But no, I'm all good. And of course, big up to Flawless every single time. And nice to finally see him again. It's been a while because obviously I'm a bit away from the YouTube scene at the moment until the new season starts. So I'm doing good, man. And looking forward to talking some United and Arsenal because obviously the Community Shield's coming up soon, and then we're out here stealing phones. So there's a bit of a weight difference here. We're talking trophies and stealing phones. So there's a bit of an opposite here. But I'll pick up to everyone who's locked in. Do smash the likes and of course subscribe to both TJ and Flawless.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold off on the Community Shield conversation because I want to wait for Staffy to get here. So we'll hold off on that very, very important FA Cup rematch. Obviously, the Community Shield being a trophy, if you ask any Arsenal fan. But no, I want to ask. So this isn't the first time we've seen this manager use unorthodox tactics to try to teach a lesson. So for those of you who don't know, Mikel Arteta had a team dinner, and he hired professional pickpockets to come in and steal the players' valuables out of their pockets. So phones, wallets, keys, whatever. And then he had them stand up and see if they still had their stuff. And he's trying to teach awareness on and off the pitch. And you know what I have to say to that? What a joke. What a joke. This is more embarrassing. No, when this club is finally looking like they're out of the mud, 4-1 win over Bayer Leverkusen, and everybody's gassing that up. This is awesome. This is great. We're out of the mud. We're going to compete for the title. This is great. And then we go out with this kind of BS and we embarrass ourselves again. We're going to be hearing about this. I'm telling you, Connor, we're going to be hearing about this in February. I'm going to tell you right now. What do you think of the unorthodox tactics? And is this more or less embarrassing than playing You'll Never Walk Alone in a training session?
Well, the thing I find funny is that the reason he done this was to make the players more, I quote, alert and prepared. So we're playing football here. We're not playing cops and robbers. So I don't know what the hell is going on here because it blows my mind. I don't know why he does this shit. I genuinely don't know why he does it. But it just, do you know what? Now we've done this now, I'm expecting a better defensive record than last season, which is going to be difficult to beat because our defensive record was fantastic last season. So, TJ, I don't know. Listen, maybe it was a bit of a laugh. I don't know. But some of the shit he's done while he's been manager, of course, he's done this. He's played You'll Never Walk Alone on the training ground, which absolutely flopped because then I think we went to Anfield.
We went out and lost 4-0 after that. 4-0,
that was it. He then bought a dog and named it Win, and since we have the dog, we haven't won anything. Unless you want to count the Community Shield. or the Emirates Cup if you're going to be that low. He's also got on a light bulb in a team talk and done some shit with it, and he's compared a rabbit to a bird. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Listen, all I care about is trophies. And if this so-called tactic of being alert and prepared, I don't understand. Like, what type of guy? He's sitting, whether it's in bed with his whatever, he's in his free time. He's sitting on the sofa and he's thinking, I'm going to get myself some professional pickpockets and I'm going to nick their phones and wallets because I want them to be more alert and prepared. And I'm just like, I genuinely believe he's the only manager in world football to think of these kind of ideas. And I would say if he was like a Klopp or a Pep, I'd respect it, but he's not, and he's not won anything major yet. So listen, just makes it look more of a joke, doesn't it? It just does. It makes it look like a bit more of a joke. But hey, listen, it's in the PR now. It's out there. He's done. There's so much shit you can name. He also done the Wanyeri thing. Do you remember when Wanyeri came on for 5 minutes against Brentford to get that record for youngest player to ever play in the Premier League because he was 15? Shit like that. He's probably done to get in the newspapers, to be honest with you, TJ. But listen, makes us more of a banter team than it. No, I'm joking.
No, that's what I'm worried about because I gotta go do freaking podcasts now with all these other. The big six podcaster. I got to do a weekly with this guy over here, and this is all I'm going to hear about now. And we have to defend this. So like, Flawless is sitting over there smiling like he always does. What?
I'm happy to be here. That's why I'm smiling, man. That's why. Does
this make us more of a banner club, Flawless, than we already were?
No, I think it's just I wouldn't go that far. Yes, people are gonna make jokes. Of course they are. You already know if an Arsenal defender gets caught like sleeping for a goal, like on the opening day, people are gonna reference this 100%. Weren't alert like those pick. But overall, it don't really matter. Connor hit the nail on the head. It's because it's Arteta and Arsenal. If Arteta was a successful manager and you lot had won leagues and/or Champions Leagues, there wouldn't be this conversation. But because you haven't won, it just looks corny. It looks corny. It sounds corny. It's a bad look. And overall, does it mean anything? No, but it's like, really? Is this the way that you're trying to get? You're doing too much. That's what it is. You're doing way, way, way too much. It's like it's like Arteta, like you've been here before. That's how I look at you, acting like you're not a Premier League manager, like you aren't managing Arsenal. Like when you get certain men and they're around girls and they lose their mind because they just never been around girls before and don't know how to act. That's how Arteta looks to me in this. It's like you're doing way, way, way too much, man. Just get your team prepared, make some signings, and keep it stepping. Like this is not going to help your team in the slightest.
No,
yeah. No, it doesn't. And that's one of my biggest problems is that I think we have a lot of problems that people are calling out on social media. We can't get Marino over the line. That was hot. Now that's cold. Eddie Nketiah, that was cold. Now that's hot again. We got Marseille coming in with another offer that'll probably get rejected. I feel like we're distracting from the real problems, and these kinds of things give something for the fan base to chew on and say, oh, you know what? Mikel's cooking because he's teaching lessons out there. It's like, no, it is. I agree with you, Flawless. It is really corny and it's really dumb. Yeah. And it really doesn't teach anything. It's like a practical joke. And I'm like, okay, so how serious are you? How serious are you being? Yeah. Not even taking the piss. Not like I have a lot of criticisms for this manager, but how seriously are you actually taking this season when you're out here? This is how you teach them a lesson, as if the last 2 seasons weren't enough of a lesson.
That's it.
That's my biggest problem.
Let's say hypothetically, Arsenal go on to win something this season. Let's say you win the Premier League or you win the Champions League. Are we going to look back at that and go, that helped Arsenal win the Premier League or Champions League? No, we're not. If Arsenal win the Premier League this season, we're going to look back, well, you know what? When they took our phones, it made us well. No, it wouldn't. Like,
I swear to God, we're the only club. We are the only club to do this in world football.
It really is. There's no upside to it. There is.
It makes us look like more of a joke than anything. Like, it's just like, but it's the fact that they've allowed this to go public. They've allowed this information to go. I wish someone would film this. But what the fuck was the players' reaction like? What was it a 2-minute laugh spell and that was it? Like, what were we learning? keep our pockets closed. Like what? Like and it's just like
they're gonna be running around the pitch with their hands on their thighs.
Straight. This didn't come out of Mikel's back pocket. This came out of the club's back pocket. The club has gone ahead while we're in the middle of a transfer window, right? And not even just that, paying wages to people in the club. And I'm not listening. I know Arsenal's loaded, right? They're never gonna just, it's not like when we were back in like COVID times and people were losing their jobs, but it's like, we could be using that money for something way more official, or essential. Sorry, in the club. I'm gonna be this corny, right? I'm gonna be like this, like nailed down, because I don't give a shit. We could spend that money because they spend money on these people coming in and nicking their wallets and stuff, and we've gone ahead and wasted money on that for a 2-minute spell of them saying, "Do you know what, fellas? We've got to wake up a bit more. You know that." Like we're sitting at dinner. No, we're not on a football pitch today. No, we're sitting at dinner. We're all sitting at dinner together. We've got to be more alert when we're eating dinner. It's just like, what the fuck? Like it's like Mikel was expecting pickpockets to walk onto the fucking pitch and them saying, "Oh shit, boys, right, keep your pockets fucking clean. Nothing, someone's gonna come nick us or something." Like it just blows my fucking mind what this manager does, man. What, he's too busy fucking picking pockets instead of going out and getting some transfers in. It's like, it just blows my mind, man. Honestly, but to be fair, I don't really care as long as we end up winning something this season, but we'll wait and say, fraudulent in the background.
Yes, and without further ado, he's late, but we accept it anyway. We got Staffy here.
Apologies, I was at work. For some reason, at like this time, it's 5 o'clock. For some reason, one of my managers thought it was a good time to do some team bondings, and they were like, "Oh, let's do some pickpocketing so we can raise awareness." Who the fuck would think of that? How much of an idiot do you have to be to think of that? Listen, we just finished work, so I'm here. But better late than never, no?
No, absolutely. No, I appreciate you coming on. As much shit as I was giving you on WhatsApp, I appreciate it. It's been a while since you've been on. I actually met Staffy in person in LA. We hung out in LA, in Philly, had a fantastic time. He met my wife. He likes my wife better than he likes me. That's not a surprise.
It's not like much she's cooler than you. Blame yourself.
Flawless is just in the background laughing.
Bro, he's blaming me. Blame yourself, bro.
He's an absolute
sense of humor and be as cool as her.
It's hard for me. Come on, look at me. I'm wound tight. But no, Staffy, do you learn any lessons from managers picking your pockets? Do you think Sir Alex would ever entertain anything like this?
Bro, motherfucker will do anything but improve on the pitch. Like, bro, I don't care about pickpocketing, bro. I'll take some Muay Thai classes or whatever so you can defend yourself. Just talk about the pitch, bro. Talk about what's going to happen when, you're facing adversity and you're 2-3 points off City and you don't want to capitulate. These are the things I want you to be talking about. Talk to me about how your new midfield is going to set up when you get Marino, or how Calafiori is going to play in that back line and invert into the middle. I just want to hear about football, bro. I don't want to hear about team bonding. I don't want any of these things. We do all that stuff at work. You know how many times we got assigned to do team bonding things and I don't want to go to it? Oh, team dinner. I don't want to have dinner with you.
I don't go, bro. I don't.
Bro, exactly.
I spend all day with you guys. I don't need to spend time with you,
bro,
on my free time. Like,
exactly, bro. Happy hour this Friday. No, it's not happy if I spend it with you. So I'm good, bro. I'm not trying to do happy hour with you. Oh, let's get with each other for lunch every day. No, I just want to sit in my car alone, listen to some podcasts, and just like enjoy my lunch on my own. But yeah, you guys are doing a little bit too much, bro. You're a good team, but I'm not gonna lie. I think Flawless said, before I joined, I was listening. He said something about like it's just corny because it's coming out of Arteta. Let's be fair though. If it was like Pep doing it, we kind of would all sit there and be like, wow, look at this.
That's what I mean. I literally said that. That's what, if it was Pep or Klopp.
But you got to earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's because it's Pep. If you've done what Pep has done, then we allow in certain things. It's like when great players. It's like when good players have poor performances. If someone is consistently good and has a poor performance, you're going to be much less critical of him than someone who's just bad all the time. When someone is consistent, like that's where it is. If Arteta had won trophies, we'd all go, all right, first. Same way if this was Pep or Ancelotti did this, where it's like you're trying to win to get over the line, and this is the foolishness. And Colin mentioned it, the fact that it got out. What were you aiming to achieve?
Yeah. Oh, like a standing ovation. Well done, Mikel.
Yeah, no. I said it, and I mean it. I think it's a distraction. I think it's a distraction from the fact that we have not gotten good enough players over the line. I said this on our podcast last night, Flawless. I don't think Marino is good enough. The Zubamendi didn't even want to come anywhere near us, and we don't want to let Eddie Nketiah go. Arguably one of the worst strikers in the Premier League. We're getting offered 27 M's, and I want to hear about Connor, because I know Connor and Staffy. I want to hear your opinions on this because me and Flawless talked about this last night. 27 million is daylight robbery for this guy, in my opinion. The fact that we are shutting them down for this amount of money, for the amount of return that we got on Eddie Nketiah, is an absolute joke. No, I want to hear from Staffy on this one, because honestly, like Staffy's an Arsenal fan when he feels like it. So Staffy, like when you have your Arsenal hand on.
Don't ever say that again.
Okay.
Don't ever say that again.
I'm taking the piss. But no, but what do you think? What do you think
I
about
have to
this,
pick
bro?
sometimes between my worst enemies, and you're just lesser of an enemy. You saw the love that I got in LA from Arsenal fans.
Dude, this guy, I swear, a little bit of a swear. We could not walk 15 feet. We could not walk 15 feet without this guy getting stopped outside of SoFi. No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
Hey, you man put in the work, so I'm glad you man again. I'm glad you man are getting recognized, man, because you man be putting in the work. So I respect that. So that's get your flowers, man. Love that. I love that.
Arsenal fans did show me more love than United fans. It's not even a joke. It really isn't even a joke. And I wasn't sure if that's a good or bad thing. I was like, bro, how many United fans have asked me for a picture versus Arsenal fans? I was like, that's not good. Maybe I have to be a top red this season. So United.
Yeah, absolutely. Top red Staffy returns. I love it.
I mean, while we're on it, the funniest thing is when this guy interviewed us, and he had no idea that he was interviewing Saeed. Yeah, it was like me, TJ, and Saeed, and this guy asked us for an interview. And when we were done, you could tell he just moved from Africa like a few years ago. You could tell from
super nervous. He was super nervous.
Yeah, so I'm like, by the way, make sure you tag this guy, and I point at Saeed. And he was like, yeah, I'll tag all you guys. I was like, no, especially him. And he was like, why? I was like, because he's the big fish here between us. Yeah. And then he goes to his channel. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm subscribed to Saeed. And I was like, so you spent like about 20 minutes talking to Saeed, not knowing who he is? He's like, you're Saeed? I'm like, brother, what do you think I'm telling you? He had no clue. He had Saeed on his channel, but he subscribed to Saeed. It was the funniest thing.
Love that. Poor guy, man.
Poor guy.
Yeah, back to Nketiah.
Oh my god!
Listen, a 27 million for Nketiah. I wouldn't say it's daylight robbery, but it's a good price. I think it's a decent price. I think it's more than most Arsenal fans expected, and I don't think you guys are in a situation like us where you need to haggle for every penny. And I'll tell you why. United are more in like, unfortunately, it's this third season for this guy, and I'm still calling it a rebuild again. It pisses me off, but unfortunately, that's the reality that we're in. So we're in a rebuild again. We have to penny pinch with every player because we need to replace players right away. Whereas your team is already more set than us. You're more ready than us. You're a couple pieces away. Whereas for us, we need so many players. We need a lot of players. So when I look at Nketiah being sold for 27 million, you're probably not going to replace him for like anyways. You're probably going to go get Gyökeres, who will probably cost more money. So it's just like more money to add to your budget because you already know what you need. You know what I'm saying? If this was a situation where it's like you're totally rebuilding, I understand why you guys would haggle for more money. Oh, let's see if we can push to 30. Let's see if we can push to like 30 and add-ons. But you're not in that situation. You're in the situation where it's time to take sacrifices. It's time to pay a little bit more money in order to win things because you're in a win now situation. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it and I'm like, 27 million for Nketiah is absolutely perfect because he's not that good. It's more than what you guys got for what's his name, the other guy, Balogun. Anyways, how much did you guys sell Balogun for?
Like 25 million.
25?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about the same or a little bit more. And I thought Balogun was better. Balogun got sold for that, by the way, after actually having a very good season in Ligue 1. So
he's fallen. To be fair though, he's completely fallen off the table.
No, but at that time, his stocks were high.
At that time, his stock was high, and
Nketiah's stocks are not high right now. So 27 mil for low stocks like that for someone who you guys will not need next season. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see in what situation he comes on. It's good. It's good. You should absolutely accept that and go to put that money and go get Gyökeres or whoever else you guys are in for. You know, any other striker will probably have a better contribution next season than him. So it's a good deal in my eyes, at least.
Yeah. Connor is Edu. I feel like Edu is like Jekyll and Hyde right now because he was able to sell Balogun at high stock, but we didn't get rid of Ramsdale when his stock was high. You know, we were able to sell ESR when his stock was high-ish, I guess. I mean, he hadn't really seen the field in 2 years, but we were able to get a good price for him at Fulham. But we're hanging on to Eddie Nketiah for for haggling over 3 million. Like, what do you think about this? I've been able to talk to you about this. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. Listen, I want to sell him. He needs to go. I think he's our leeway to getting a striker or an attacker this summer, because I don't know who the hell we're going to sign up front. But I think he's the leeway. Once we get rid of him, we can then go ahead and sign someone. It's not to do with the money side of things. I genuinely believe, what's the point in not? We can't sell him. That means we've got technically 3 strikers at the club, including if we want to include Kai Havertz as a centre forward. He has to go. He has to go. And 27 million, yes, I would take that from every day of the week. I expect us to get no more than 10. So 27 is great. I'm happy that Marseille have now come back in for a new bid or a new deal to have new talks, because that Lons guys has fallen through or like stalled. So I hope this time Arsenal just say, take the money and go. Just take the money and go. If they're going to be jarring about 2 million, 1 million, I swear on my life, TJ, I'm going to lose my shit. And I'm normally one to complain, about Arsenal not selling players. But when it comes to, listen, I'm going on about Arsenal selling players for when we're terminating contracts and when we're letting players go for free. We're actually selling a player who's, I'm not going to take the piss, shit. And he is. He's not a good striker. I'm sorry. He'll probably cook in the French league. He probably will. But in 116 Premier League games, he scored 19 goals. And I'm not hearing about this. Oh, but he's on the bench. He's coming on. I don't care. He's played over 4,000 minutes in the Premier League. I'm not hearing this about how, it's been off the bench. He's played a load of minutes. He scored some good goals. Thank you for the goals against Sheffield United. I appreciate that, Eddie. But no, you're not good enough for Arsenal anymore. And it's the simple fact and the nature of it. Yeah, it's the simple fact and nature of it. And I'm already seeing excuses of if we can't sell him, people are saying, oh, no, it's all right actually having Eddie. He's a good backup. And I'm like, okay, so when it comes to the point where we're down into the bottom of the barrel and we can't score goals, you really think Eddie's going to save our season? He's not. Get him gone. Time to move on. People get so stuck with these players. They get so like it's their family. It's like, why are you so? I'd get it if it was a Saka, or someone who's really done massive things for the club, properly. Someone to really, and it sounds really shit, but someone to really give a shit for. Who really cares about Eddie Nketiah? And I've got to be
when
honest,
you don't win for a while, Connor, you start growing emotional attachments to players, and that's one thing United has suffered from the last 10 years. Like when you looked at us when we were winning, Flawless will tell you the same thing. We didn't want our best players to leave, but we never cried over it because we knew, like, yeah, you might be leaving, but we're probably going to win the league again anyway, so who cared?
Yeah.
And we lost some very good players at the time. When Tevez left on a loan after his loan, no one wanted him to leave, but we were upset, but we got over it. A lot of other players came in and came out, and we were good with it. Now, until this day, as much as I love Martial, I still see Martial comps every day. And I'm like, bro, I love Martial, but why am I still seeing Martial comps like he won us the Champions League? I love Pogba. I love Pogba to bits, bro. But just like every month, I see the same comp again with the same French music in the background. I'm like, bro, again? Like, Pogba left, 2 years ago? We didn't even win the league with him. Like, so it's like you grow emotional attachments, unfortunately, when you had nothing else to be attached to. Like, trust me, when you win, look at City. City don't grow attachment with all these players because they've been winning. Mahrez left. They get said thank you, dropped a couple comps, and that's it. They moved on. Sterling, same thing. Aguero, same thing. They don't sit here and cry, oh, but, bro, give it up. You need to win. That's what we're here for. We're here to win trophies. We're not here to grow emotional attachments to paid employees.
Yeah.
At least make it make sense if they want something for you, but you got to give it up.
No, this is the thing. People get too attached to players, man. I hope Eddie goes. And listen, as much as I like Smith Rowe, he wasn't getting minutes. And again, another love fest for a player that, as much as he's better than Nketiah, come on, man. Like, it's just like, yeah, fair play is that he was at Hale End, but it's just like, I don't get why people get so attached to players so easily, especially players who, I'm going to keep it real, so mid. Like, honestly, like, I'm going to keep it honest and real. Again, if it's a player that's done massive things for your club or is a big personality in terms of the type of player is at a club, really up high levels. Someone like, I know some people don't really like, it's going to be controversial. Some people don't like Bruno Fernandes. But if, some United fans, but listen, he's been a big game player for us at times. And
there's a lot of United fans that still like Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, exactly.
For that exact same reason.
Because he gets goals and assists, you're going to be liked. If you score the amount of goals and assists that he did,
you're going to. Yeah, if you perform for the club and you're an important aspect to the club. If Saliba left, I'd be fuming, and I'd be like, please don't go, because he's a big part of the team. Gabriel, all these players. But when I see people doing these fucking compilations for Eddie Nketiah, it's just like, please do me a favor and move on. So I hope he goes, and I hope he kills it in Marseille. I hope he does well over there. I wish him all the best, but he's got to go, and I hope Edu gets this deal done. Same with Reece Nelson, has to go. Thank you for the goal against Bournemouth, and I think that's all I can really remember you for. And I've got to keep it real and 100%. I'm sorry, that's all I can really remember you for. Yeah, just get these Josh players at the club. You want to move on as a football club, you want to achieve as a football club, you've got to let these players go. So listen,
we're going to let anybody go. It needs to be Fabio Vieira. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, 100%. Mate, I'd start when
but then we have no coverage on the wing unless we're going to move Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus.
Anyway, I don't want to get into the. I don't want to get into the Myra.
Yeah, no.
We got to talk about the FA Cup rematch.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it for sure. We're talking about it 100%. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'll just say my final piece. Yeah, he's got to go. I wish him all the best. If they offer if they offer something near to the valuation we want, just take the money, Arsenal. Stop being dicks about it. Come on, it's only 10 days. It's 10 days away from the season starting. Just take the money and go. And hopefully we can either loan out or sell Nelson because he has to go, man. But if we can't get fulfillment in. But listen, got to go. I've seen Marino's now been linked. We're like really close to getting him now, 25 million, which I would be hats off, respect. It's a good amount of money. And then fingers crossed we can look for an attacker and I'll be all right. But yeah, no, he's got to go. And people, please stop doing the love fest. It's actually boring. And the same thing for Calafiori as well. That's
nuts. He's got aura though.
You know, fan of the Calafiori sign, Connor. You know, fan of the sign.
I'm a fan. Yeah. It's the stuff I've seen on social media. It's nuts. The compilation.
Aura.
But it's not like it's just like let's just see how he does for the football club, and then we can maybe make some compilation. It's just like let's hold our horses here. But no, listen, let's get him sold, man. Let's get him sold. He needs to go.
Speaking of left backs, who's going to play left back for United this weekend?
Be the
Luke Shaw's out.
He's injured. Yeah, I'm glad he's out. Harry, I must play him. Play the youngsters. I'm with that. Run the youngsters out there. If Harry must play, I have no issue.
Combination.
If Wan-Bissaka's still here, he might probably do that. It'll probably be Wan-Bissaka right back and Dalot left back.
He's not available either. He's questionable.
Oh yeah, Wan-Bissaka's questionable. So's Lindelof. So's Maguire. Hey, play the youngsters, man.
Staffy's so happy about that. By the way, I can tell. I can see the look on his face. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is available.
No, I actually wouldn't mind him in a game like this. I want him sold, but I know Aaron Wan-Bissaka, bro, is like, how do I explain him? What do you have in your drawer that you don't use it? By the way, when we say drawer, you guys call underwear drawer. For us, this is like just right.
Drawer.
Oh, you guys said it. Okay, I didn't want people to be like, what is he? Where's he going there? But what do you have like in your cabinet or your drawer that you only use like once a year? Yeah. That's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You know, like I don't know, bro. Like a wine bottle opener. You don't drink wine every day, but every here and there, when you're having a romantic dinner with your wife, TJ probably pulls out the wine opener and just pops out the cork. That's it. That's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka will use him once or twice a season. That's pretty much it. And it's like games like this where you just want him to lock up someone, but we have a full backline questionable for the game. No Lindelof, no Maguire, no Shaw, and no Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So it's a little bit crazy.
Euro.
That's a plus.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know Euro's been out. Yeah, so we might get Casemiro in the back line, guys. Yes.
What's your back line?
Yeah, it'll
be Martinez, Evans. It'll be Martinez, Evans, Dalot. I'm guessing I trust that four more than the rest of them jokers outside the Euro. I agree. I trust that four. That's a four I don't mind. Like people run jokes about Johnny Evans in these type of games. Like people always is literally because of his age. Johnny Evans is better than Maguire and better than Lindelof. Johnny Evans has played in big games for Manchester United and has played well.
He was one of the best centre backs last season. We're going into 2025 and Johnny Evans is playing for Manchester United.
And that's more an indictment of the club than Johnny Evans. But no matter what the game is, when I see Johnny Evans in the lineup, I go, all right, cool. I have no qualms with him in the lineup whatsoever because I trust him in one-off game. When we went away to Anfield, he played in that game. Fine. When he's played another big, whether it's big games, it's only the Palace game where literally that's the only bad game he had for us last season. So if you're going to have one bad game for us per season, cool. I have no issues. I know what he's going to be the ultimate professional. He's going to give you 6, 7 out of 10. But people don't like that because he's Johnny Evans and because his name is Johnny Evans, 1, and number 2, because of his age. But yet people will talk. Maguire and Lindelof are way worse than I don't trust them too. Even if they were fit, I'd still rather see Johnny Evans play. Johnny Evans, Martinez, I don't mind that. Obviously, it's not ideal, but what we've got because of the situation we're in, I don't mind those two as the two centre backs. It's everyone else I got concerns with. That's the problem.
Are you guys confident for the game? Since what happened in this, you know what makes me laugh? This is the team. You literally went ahead and beat them a couple of months ago. Just saying.
Yeah, we can, but it's, you know what?
Is that a part of you just you have to admin the show, so you have to ask questions? Because if it is, I'll allow it. But do you not know who you're speaking to? Like, you got to know your guests at least.
So what did you? So hold on a minute. So back when you,
I'm allowing. It's my channel. I'm allowing it because it's.
I was like asking me. So stuff. You're Egyptian. Like, why was that? Why is that a question? Like, you should already know that by now.
You question it. All right, that's it. Right, I've had enough of this now. Oh wait, I was about to say, oh fuck, it's ruined the thing. I was meant to do that. Oh well, is what it is. But no, I was going to say, but this is what I mean. You go ahead and beat them in May. You don't think you can go back again?
Of course,
do it again.
Of course we can, but it's the Community Shield. I always look at it as long as we don't get battered. I'm not fussed about the result.
Do you count it as a major trophy?
Absolutely, I don't count it at all.
Thank you very much.
I don't count it at all.
I don't know why. While we're on that topic, why do you guys in England not take it seriously? Every other country calls it the Super Cup. Why is it called?
Because they don't take it serious. That is because of the FA and the ownership. You do know that the Community Shield used to be shared.
I heard
when the game was drawn, it used to be shared, and also because it's a shield. You know what I'm saying? If it was an actual trophy, I think it would add to it. They called it a Community Shield,
and also the sponsor is for a charity. That's another thing.
Like it's literally called.
I don't mind where the money goes. I really would wish that England calls it the Super Cup. I really would wish that.
If we called it a Super Cup, it would add to it, but it's just not taken seriously. United have won multiple.
But also another reason why I hate.
We have 21 of them, and they don't take them seriously. If they did, we'd be ahead of Liverpool in trophies. That's why I hate that. Just take it seriously. So
agenda's gonna agenda.
No, because that means
we're only like 2 trophies behind them. So give us that, and we'll be ahead of them. I understand.
You're only one more. You're only one stinky FA Cup away from tying us too. So.
Oh, don't say that.
Aren't we tied?
I'm being honest. One more.
Are we tied with you guys, or are we behind you?
No, you're one away.
You gotta get one more.
We need to get.
I thought we were one away from surpassing you.
We need to get an FA Cup. Yeah.
Dude.
And there's no more.
You will. Your manager. You guys will score only 50 goals in the league, but you'll stink your way to an FA Cup. 100%.
It could happen.
Yeah. No.
Give us a favorable draw.
You've done it the last 2 seasons, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? Yeah, flawless. Where are the goals coming from? That's my question again. Where are the goals coming from?
Hey, according to the people in my chat and others, goals galore. All of a sudden, our attackers are going to transform, and we scoring plenty of goals in the Premier League.
Starts Saturday, bro.
Do you know one thing that really gets on my nerves every new season? The Man United fans have done this as well, where they make combined 11s and they put like the new players that haven't even fucking signed yet into the team. Like, would this team cook? Would this team cook?
Connor's had it. Connor, I can see Connor's had it. Connor, is this your first pre-season as a content creator? How long you been creating content for?
No, I was here last season.
So last season, this is your set. I can tell that you've had enough already. I can tell that you're tolerant. It's took you 2 seasons, and that's why the reason why I asked that question is because every preseason you get this euphoria and this new car smell where people forget how bad their team was, and then start putting players like you said in combined 11s who aren't there, and also start talking about players who are not there. Oh yeah, when our midfield, when we have a Garte is not here, for example. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Or when we have such and such. It's like, what are we talking about? So I get why your patience is wearing thin.
And what makes me laugh is they actually just do an 11. They don't talk about the depth, what's underneath. As soon as one gets injured, then you've gone from... And it just makes me like, listen, I don't know much about Lenny Yoro, right? But he's apparently been hyped. Like, he's meant to be a Ravens centre back. I'm sure he is. They're already putting him in 11s, like taking him out for Harry Maguire. I'm like, so you genuinely trust an 18-year-old to come straight into that team and to all of a sudden make Manchester United a Premier League title challenging team when if he gets injured, which he is now, you're left with Lindelof. You know, like it's just like, can people just wake up?
I trust him more than
Maguire, though.
I trust him more than Maguire. I trust him more than Maguire. Yeah,
he'll be better than Maguire, but I mean, again, he's one for the future. Like these people that are talking shit on him because he got injured in the first game, like that's absolutely ridiculous to me. He's gonna be huge for you guys. He'll be good. I'm not necessarily like, especially if he comes back from this injury strong. It's a joke. Like these people, like I'm not putting him in like all-time 11s for United like some of Twitter is, but it's gonna be there. He's gonna cook for you. I'm not looking forward to that at all. Because then you're gonna actually have a backline. You're gonna have a backline that isn't gonna leak like a sieve, and you guys might actually feel confident enough to go and score some goals. But no, again, not under this manager. Like I'm so happy that you guys won the FA Cup. I'm so happy. I'm going to say this again. Like, it was the greatest thing to happen to Premier League football. United winning the FA Cup. I was running around, I was clapping, I was doing this because that means you get to keep your man Ten Hag in for another season. So my question for Staffy is how long are you going to run watch-alongs watching him trot out the same starting 11 sans a couple of changes this season? You look thrilled, bro. That's why
do you ask me these annoying questions? Do you bring me on your channel just to piss me off? Like, I don't have to do this, bro.
Why do you have
take
to
a nap right now?
What's wrong? What did I say?
Oh, what did I do? Yeah, go on, say it, TJ.
Trying to irritate me,
what did I do, TJ?
Like, I could be napping right now, TJ.
No. Thank you for your charity, Staffy. No, I'm dead serious though. You guys were gassed about winning the FA Cup, but you guys knew what that entailed. He was going to stay.
I don't think he stayed because of the FA Cup final, if I'm being honest.
You think he would have stayed regardless?
Yeah, because the fact that they still spoke to other managers showed me that they were looking around. They just, for whatever reason, didn't think it was the right move right now. And I also always said that, well, Griggs is not from Long Island, Regista Kev, I'll tell you that. You and Oski, listen, you guys are frauds, and I'll never step a foot in Long Island, bro. But
why is Long Island a bad place or something?
That's actually a good place, but I just don't rate Regista Kev, so I'll just never
step Long
foot there. Yeah.
Isn't Long Island the place one of the Purge movies took place? If any of you ever watched
Long Island is New York, basically, but it's like the suburb.
Where all the exactly.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, New York that you see in the TV, the concrete jungle. That's just like a fraction of what New York is.
Staten Island. Staten Island, not Long Island.
Staten Island. Yeah, Staten Island is actually a borough. Like that's not Long Island. Long Island's different.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Long Island is filled with frauds. But anyways, yeah, I didn't think they kept him because of the FA Cup final. Anyways, because if that was the case, they wouldn't have spoken to the amount of managers that they did. And they did speak to a decent amount of managers, including like Tuchel, what's his name that went to Marseille? The Zerbi. They even spoke to, what's his name, the guy from Fulham? I always forget his name.
Marco Silva.
Marco Silva, yeah. They spoke to Marco Silva, and they were honest about it to Ten Hag. And as I said before, the fact that they hired Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene Hake just always showed me that, number one, they don't trust this manager enough, so they give him even more support. And secondly, this always makes me feel a little bit more confident that the minute things go bad, they'll be quicker to pull the trigger, because there's no more excuses. But there's no managers out there available. Like, where are we going to get a manager to finish the season with? You have two assistant managers right now that manage first teams in the Dutch league. Ruud van Nistelrooy already has first team experience, and he's a United legend, and he's technically the second man behind Ten Hag, so he'd be the first man up. And you also have Rene Hake, who managed Go Ahead Eagles in the Dutch league. Yes, it's not a big club, but like, he understands what it is to manage a first team in a first division football in general. So I feel like that was always my little bit of a conspiracy, that like they're just preparing for it to go bad again, and when it does, it will be easier to get rid. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it has to do anything to do with the FA Cup. But what does have to do with the FA Cup is the delusion of the fan base. Because I hear people now saying, and this is why, like, sometimes 1 + 1 does not equal 2. And I'll tell you why. People think, well, year 1, you won the Carabao Cup. Year 2, you won the FA Cup. So year 3, we're supposed to compete for the league. And that's not how it is. Because winning domestic cups has nothing to do with your progress in the league. We've seen Chelsea win 2 Champions Leagues while finishing, like, what they finished in the league? I think the first Champions League they won, they were 6th, and one they were 4th, something like that. So they never won the Champions League while being the best team in England. And the next season, they didn't win the league in England. So that just shows you that you can go as far as being the European champion, and it will not help you improve in the league. Domestic cups and leagues, the progression has nothing to do with each other. You can win in domestic cup and not be a good team. You just maybe had good luck or good draws, or you were just good on the day. That's really what it is. And that's the issue that I have with this fan base. They think the FA Cup justifies the failures in the league. And the failures in the league is playing a horrible style of play last season that showed a lot of deficiencies of these players, even the ones that I don't like. I was very honest with it. He misused a lot of players, didn't play to his players' strengths. And if anything, what did we finish again? 6th? I always thought that we finished 6th.
8th.
We finished 8th, bro. See
Yeah.
how I don't remember that season?
Yeah.
I genuinely don't remember.
I
You're
understand.
really good at your mind.
I forgot it, bro. 8th.
Yeah,
Holy shit! How did I survive that?
8th.
The fact that we finished 8th, I thought that was because the players bailed them out. Because Flawless will tell you how many times did we win. We went on runs, by the way, in January where we won like 6 to 8 games in a row.
Yeah.
None of the wins were convincing. It was always like a moment from Manu, a moment for Bruno, moment from Garnacho, moment for Hoyland. It was never sustainable. And I just hate that people don't remember these things. People will sit here and just look at winning 1 cup and saying that means we're progressing. No, it doesn't. Because if we would have lost that cup, I would have said I'm Ten Hag out because he lost the cup. Because I know that winning a cup final against City at this time is difficult anyways. I just needed to be convinced about the season that he had. And he didn't convince me throughout the season. And that's why nothing changed after that. I will say good job because you won the cup. And that will be on your resume. And I will see, you know what? You still won a cup, even though you weren't playing well. So it means you put a good game plan in the last day of the season to win the cup. However, it doesn't dismiss all the negative records you broke, you know? So I'm sorry, I'm not as fickle as people like Henry N, because Henry N could sit here and could pretend that nothing happened throughout the season. Unfortunately, unfortunately for Henry N, my IQ is not as low as his, so we'll never sit here and agree. You know, maybe he needs to rise up his IQ a little bit, and then we'll have a debate. Because Henry N, there's a reason you're suspended with 3 accounts on my channel. Because you're weird. Just leave me alone, bro. I'm not gonna debate you.
No, no, but here's this is the same thing that happened to us though. And while we have improved, we got 8th and won an FA Cup. And Mikel Arteta has been eating off of that ever since. And the people in this fan base, the problem is we have now, and I'm sorry to make this about Arsenal, but it literally triggered something in my brain, is that we've given this guy enough time, and I hope this happens for Ten Hag because I'm an op, that there's a cult of personality that forms around these managers, that these guys fall in love, like these simps fall in love with the manager, like you said, an employee that can be hired and fired based off of performances. And if the performances are mediocre every season after season after season, and like the people that aren't simps are going to start getting pissed, aka me, aka Connor, aka you, Staffy, for Man United. So it's one of those things where are you serious about winning anything? What?
Wrong show.
Oh, whatever. Oh, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean, though. No, it's one of those things where you leave the ambition at the door as soon as you do that. As soon as you start getting committed to managers that don't bring you anything real, players that don't bring you anything real. You know, the attachment that your team has to Bruno Fernandes, making him the captain when he hasn't won fuck all that's meaningful. You know, that's the kind of things that will put us in the mud, and the reason and the things that will keep Man City on top for season after season after season, because they take it personally. They don't care. You know, as much as Vader is a waffler, he is true. They haven't been holding players hostage. They let their backup to Holland go. Like, you know, they're taking it seriously, and they're going to win it again because they take it seriously every season. Cutthroat. You can't cut it. You're gone. You're out of here. These guys cut Cole Palmer.
Yep. And they still won.
And they still won. Yeah. And now Cole Palmer's running Chelsea. So it is what it is.
Himself.
I don't know. Anyway, smash the likes up, guys. Make sure you're subscribing to Staffy TV. He's here. Flawless had to step away for just a minute, but make sure you're subscribing to Sarcasm City TV if you haven't already. Don't be an absolute fraud like Henry N. Henry N, I thought I recognized you. I recognized you.
I recognized him as well, I think.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
Anyway.
We got a couple of from the chat though. He says, TJ, how was your experience with your first ever celebrity meetup with Top Red Staffy? No, Top Red Staffy's been dead. This is Bottom Red Staffy. I was pissed off Staffy. No, this dude ran.
I wasn't pissed off in LA. We had a good time.
Did you guys not join Robbie in Philly going up the stairs to the Rocky statue running?
We
up?
did it a day later, but we didn't do a video later. Of it. I would have run out of breath.
That clip was all over flipping Twitter.
But that's what everyone does. It. Remember, TJ, I said that to you. I'm like, how many people are gonna do the same thing? It just looked like they were all programmed to do the same thing. Me and TJ just went up the stairs like normal people, and all you see is people running up. They reach the top and they start doing this like Rocky. And I'm like, bro, you all did the same thing. You're really not that special. Like, why do you think you're that special? I'm the only one. I looked at TJ. I was like, yo, TJ, can I just get a normal picture? And I just sat down and posed. That's all I did.
You got a normal picture. It was fine. It was fine. And I don't understand how the people were running up the stairs. It was hot as fuck outside. I don't know. It's just like
It was insane, bro.
I'm not trying to look like Jordan in the fourth quarter out here. I'm trying to I still got things to do today.
How many steps are they though? Is it a lot of steps?
It's a lot of steps.
Yeah, it's a lot of steps.
Is there a lot of steps? Okay, first. I was just asking.
Yeah.
All right, first.
I mean, it's not.
Like
it's not.
fun.
You
know when you go up, when it's a lot of stairs, you usually get a little bit of a break in the middle. So you go up, and there's like a little bit of a flat platform, then another one, and flat platform, and then the last one. I'm like, bro, why would you want to run all that? And it was like, by the time we were there, it was so humid. Like TJ was, if you didn't wear deodorant that day,
it was brutal.
You must be kicked out of the city. It's incredibly humid in the East Coast. No, it was really bad.
Really bad.
I'm like, why would you voluntarily run up all these stairs? Like, voluntarily. It wasn't forced to. It's not a rule that you have to do.
And here's the thing. The statue is not at the top of the stairs. Like, so if you want to go see the Stallone statue, it's at the base of the stairs, and there's a queue like quarter of a mile long of people waiting just to take a picture with the statue and then run up. Like, shout out Philadelphia. It was a fantastic time. I had a great time, but that was mad to me. I was just
like, the cop that gave me that parking ticket. When I lay my hands on this guy. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to go to jail.
Staffy,
breaking news, Staffy's threatening cops. Anyway, no, but flawless, while you're away, ma'am, are you confident about Man United going into the season? What? I'm not even taking the piss.
I'm telling you, bro. They just.
What's your?
No, real talk. I actually don't know. Like, do you guys actually think you're going to actually do better than 8th, or like what's going on?
Could be better. I think we do better than 8th. Yes, but when I say we do better than 8th, that's 7th. I was saying, like, that's
do you reckon? I've questioned this.
Bad? You guys don't. Okay, so question, real quick. Differences. You guys aren't in the Champions League this season. You guys have less to contend with. Is that how you get to 7th? Just because you have less football to worry about?
No, we still have more games.
Yeah, I think we just get to. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, you're in Europa. Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm not sure how the new format is. So I don't know if it's more games.
There's like 3 more games.
Yeah, I was at 3 more games in regards to it. Just because we have more players, just. Yeah. Omar, I'm glad you know. Make sure you subscribe to Omar as well.
Yeah,
I think
subscribe to Omar for sure.
I think we'll just do better because we'll have more added. I think Sancho will play. I think Diallo will play. I think obviously Yoro will play as well. It seems he's staying. But even if he don't, you still got Diallo who barely. Even though I don't expect him to get a lot of game time, I think we'll get more. Xerxes will as well. Who else? Yeah, Diallo, Xerxes, Yoro, and I think we'll at least sign another midfielder. So
I think Xerxes is going to start, isn't he? Because
who knows with this manager? Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I was going to say, because obviously when Højlund comes back, he's technically the main guy anyway, unless Xerxes does a madness. But I was trying to think if Højlund was fit for Fulham, I don't think he is, but if he was, how will you integrate Xerxes into the United States?
Who knows with this manager? I think I agree with you in regards to I think Højlund is the main guy. You got Xerxes who can play as the 9. You got Sancho who can play as a false 9. Well, both can play as false 9s. And this manager will play Højlund 100%. So in regards to how Xerxes is going to do, I don't know. But I think he will get enough game time just to impact. So I think Manchester United will just do better just off the individual quality that's out there. Just
are you guys bothered about...
Go on.
Are you too bothered about Rashford still being there? Because obviously the stinker he had last. I mean, he's always been stinker, great season.
I'm bothered about the majority of the team being there, to be honest.
Yeah, pick a player. We still got Steve. Yeah, you got more worries than Rashford, really, don't you?
I'm bothered about everybody. I don't trust this lot at all. Take the new signings aside. Take the youngsters aside. I don't trust any of these players. I have nothing to trust them with. You mentioned Rashford is not a problem. Yeah, it's not. It's not just
Euro Xerxes.
Yeah, those two. Yeah. But I think we'll make another signing, at least one. I think we'll sign another midfielder.
It's not good enough. Casemiro hasn't had any offers. Fuck,
don't bring up Casemiro around Staffy.
I just want to go one day without talking about this guy, bro. Just one day.
By the way, report came out about half an hour ago. The Saudi rumors have called for Casemiro.
Bro, even Saudi don't want to pay money for him, bro. But yes, this United fan base still thinks he's good. Bro, I cannot reason with these people, bro. Like, you know what?
Play centre back, you might play centre back,
and that's a good thing. You think that's not a good thing?
It's not. It's not a good thing.
Remember the goal you guys scored against us on Old Trafford last season when he played? I think it was Havertz. He played him like 10 miles on side. And we all looked at it. I was like, "Where's the referee? Why is this not an offside?"
Yo, I was there. I was so confused how the referee didn't raise the flag. I was at the game, and I was like,
exactly.
"Why did he?" Because obviously Havertz was that. It was down the other end where I was from. So I've just seen Havertz right down the other end and seen the ball get kicked to him. And I'm just expecting the flag to go up and offside, and the Arsenal scored. And I was like, everyone was just confused. I was there, and it wasn't until halftime I seen it on the screen inside. I was like, yeah. But in regards to am I confident going into the season? No, it's the same manager with the same players that I watched be awful. You know what I'm saying? Why would I be confident going into that? I don't know. I've never seen so much onus and so much credit go onto a new structure and coaching stuff. Because that's what I'm hearing. It's the new structure and the coaching stuff that is going to make us play vastly different. Personally, I don't see it with this man. He was already a part of Euro getting crocked because he played him when he hadn't trained the day before. This manager's still this manager at the end of these players are still these players. So I'm not confident, no.
Well, go ahead.
Go.
No. I was just massively confused seeing and Safi brought this up, but I was massively confused when it happened. Me and Safi weren't sitting together. So like when they brought Hannibal on after into the 9 when Højlund got injured, I'm like, is this what we're gonna see from United? Then we can't take it seriously. Like
to be fair, most of our first team was not at preseason, so
neither was ours.
Yeah, Xerxes and Sancho can both play in that role. They can both play that role.
He should have brought on.
Why didn't you bring on Sancho? Yeah, exactly.
He knew I was in the stands. That's why. That's the only reason he did that. He knew I was watching the game. He was like, "What will piss him off?" Yes, Hannibal in the 9. You know, that's why, bro. I told you I went to LA just to enjoy LA. I didn't go with any expectations about the game.
I went to the game late.
That's how much time I spent outside. I was like, "Fuck." Now everyone's in the. I guess I gotta go into the stadium now, huh? I did not want to, bro. I would have rather chilled outside. I had more fun being the parking lot.
You were literally the last person to leave the big.
But this is what I mean. I swear your manager's bipolar. Like I swear he hated Hannibal. I swear he got ridiculed out of the team. Like last season.
he just went out alone.
Why did I feel like he had a falling out and he had a bad attitude problem and he got kicked off the team?
No, so you're thinking of Sancho.
No, it wasn't
TJ,
Sancho.
before you continue,
as well.
Listen, I gotta go because I got another show starting in a minute. But listen, shout out to everyone who's here. Shout out Flawless, Connor, TJ. Shout out to the chat. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And TJ, it's a pleasure. Let's do it again, sir.
Yes, let's absolutely do it again. Later. Big up.
Big up.
Well, he doesn't. Yeah, big up Safi every time. No, and he doesn't need to say that. Okay, I work with him enough to know that everybody knows what Staffy thinks of me, and everybody knows what I think of Staffy. This is not new news. Everybody's been watching American Waffle for the last year. We're about to run it again on Tuesday. It'll be great. So go and fucking subscribe to Staffy TV if you haven't already. Go ahead, Connor.
Can I raise a point? Because I've seen a couple of comments already. So a comment earlier from Post Office who's disappeared. And also one from big up to you both, by the way, big up to you, and also from Manish as well. The over glorifying of Zinchenko and Kai Havertz after yesterday's match. Everyone needs to chill the F out. I swear to God. Seen comments all over.
What I'm worried about.
Shop. Now because Havertz had 2 assists in the 8. He's all of a sudden the best 8, and he plays the best
against the Leverkusen team. Against a Leverkusen team that was on vacation, literally standing around in the box. Like if people were gassing up that win against Granit Xhaka FC, they weren't there to play. They weren't there.
It's not even that, TJ. Like, listen, respect. I can respect when the players had a good game. All right, fair play. He had a good match. Put Havertz in that 8 for 10 games straight. He will not get that.
I want to see that.
He won't. He won't. See that. So can people just relax their shit and keep him
Havertz in the 8, man? Connor, do you want to see that? Havertz in the 8.
No.
Right, cool.
What's the? So hold on a minute. This is what makes me laugh, right? And I want Manish, if you're in the chat as well, please do respond. Do you want Moreno? Because if you do, your boy Havertz ain't gonna be playing in the 8, mate. Because that's where Moreno's gonna be. Man.
Killer Kai.
That's what I mean. I'd rather have
Kai in the 9. I'd rather have Kai in the 9 because we know we're not bringing in a striker. So
because in the 8, he slows down play so much, but people just take one game and then make him all of a sudden something great. Same with Zinchenko. Fantastic goal, respect. Put him at left back for 10 consecutive games, and then you'll be saying he's fantastic, won't you? Like, people just need to chill out. They always overhype something after one game. This is exactly why, if Calafiori plays a game, right? And I hope he has a fantastic game. Then let's see him play consecutive amount of games. I don't want people to lose their shit and say he's the best left back in the Premier League or centre back wherever we decide to play him. You know, I've had enough of people overhyping these players, and my stance still has the same. If we're not going to play Zinchenko in midfield, I want him gone. But he's not gone now. He's got a new shirt number. He's now here to stay.
He's staying, man. Number 17, man.
So listen, but do you know what makes me laugh, right? He got a goal in a position where he would have normally played in the 8. He was in an 8 position. And I know he was inverting going forward, but he works in the 8. Listen, I don't think Zinchenko is fantastic. I'm going to keep it honest and real. I think his passing is decent, but his overall game, I think his lack of pace, I think physicality, he's not fantastic. I think he's a all right player, but I don't think he's game changing. And I'm sorry to break a couple hearts there, but I think it's the truth.
He's no better. He's no better than what. He's no better than what we.
No, he's not. But TJ, I'd rather have him there than fucking us up at left back. I swear to God, I seriously would. And I hope Tomiyasu and Timber and Calafiori are all ready for Wolves, by the way, because that's our 3 left back options. And Kivior, they were all gone yesterday. I hope they're all back by flipping by Wolves. Sorry. But please, people, stop overhyping these players. We're getting in an 8, so Havertz doesn't have to play there. So I don't want to hear none of this about how he's now fantastic in the 8 because he got 2 assists in the match. Let's just chill out. We all know for a damn fact last season he was better in the 9, and let's just leave him up there. He is so much better in the 9. Do you know why? Because we leave him up there and he's got nothing to do. You don't know ball because Zinchenko is great as a 5th choice left back.
This guy's
I hope he's taking the piss.
This guy's running jokes. He's running jokes.
Okay, big up to you, Manish. Big up to you, Manish. But listen, I was about to say, I'm about to lose my shit there. But no, listen.
I can see it in your eyes. Sorry,
He's really had enough of the season already.
No, he's no.
It
hasn't even started.
It's just some of the fan base, and I shouldn't let it get to me because I shouldn't. But I just see there's some of the stuff I see. It just really just rock my boat, and I shouldn't let it.
Outrageous.
But but also I've been really lack of football. Do you know what? I would have been screwed if the Euros wasn't on this summer because it really does show how boring life can be without football at times. Obviously, I've got you got mates and stuff, but when you want to be sat down watching a game of football, whether it is Europe or English Premier League, it gets so boring. So hopefully. I don't want to see that, by the way, the first game of the season. I don't want to see Zinchenko left back, and I don't want to see Havertz in the 8. So hopefully we don't see that. I know. Well, I know what we're going to see. We're going to see Jesus up front, Havertz in the 8. I know that for a fact already. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, please stop overhyping players after one game because you will regret it.
Marino hasn't even.
Yeah, Marino hasn't even moved here yet. Yeah, exactly. Marino's not even here yet. And I don't like the fact that Declan Rice is going to be put back into the 6. I don't like that. That's going to bother me as well.
Single 6 is
yeah.
I
don't like that. I don't. If I'd rather have Havertz up front, Rice and Partey. It's just as simple. Or Jorginho, yes, he's slow, but he picks out fantastic passes. We all know that for his age as well. I don't want anyone to go ahead and try, use the whole, but use some pace about Zinchenko. Different position in my opinion. How Zinchenko's not a 6. I think as a 6. I think Jorginho's all right, but I don't want Rice in the 6. I think it really underutilizes what he can do as a footballer. But listen, we'll wait and see. But my point is, please, everyone, stop overhyping after one game. If he does that for 10 games, talk to me and I'll happily say sorry. But until then, no, not going to say anything about it.
Absolutely not. No, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again: the overhyping of mediocre players that have been mediocre for the past 2 years that they've been here. I mean, here's the thing: it's comments like this from Vader that say now these Arsenal fans want to bash Zinni. He and Jesus brought a challenging culture back to Arsenal. Yeah. What
challenging culture? That's not
challenging.
TJ, I'm going to put something up.
Challenging for shit before.
TJ, I'm going to put this up, and I just want you to talk about it because I don't even want to fucking talk about it.
Okay.
It just fucks me off. I swear to God. Hold on.
This is gonna love it.
Hold on.
I can already tell you're just trying to get me to rant like I did yesterday. Go and watch. By the way, go and watch the Arsenal Man United show on Sarcasm City TV last night. It was nuts. It was crazy. All right.
So this guy is. Oh, right. Go on. Just go on. Yeah, read it.
All right. Arteta on Gabriel Jesus. The first feeling when I saw him this summer, it was something different. I could sense it. The energy from Gabriel was different. The way that he looks is different. The way that he moves is different. He looks good. Okay, so he didn't look good last season, is what you're saying.
Or he didn't
look good.
I swear to God, he better score 15 plus goals this season. That's what I'm going to say.
He's not going to. So spoiler alert, he's not going to
score because we're going to have goals this season.
Because we're going to have Kai Havertz. We're going to have Kai Havertz in the 8, and he couldn't do shit.
And do you want me to tell you something for free?
Go ahead.
Do you want me to tell you something for free? I bet you we don't sign a fucking striker.
And we're not going to. I've been saying this for weeks.
I will get that tweet back up on the 1st of September, and I'll say this is the reason we don't have a striker because Gabriel Jesus looks different.
Yeah, I know. And he also said, what did he say? Feels different.
Feels different.
Feels different. What are you?
Hey,
What are you feeling on his knee that needs to be drained every 2 weeks? Like, what are we doing here? No, he has not been the same player. Like somebody said, and I don't blame Arteta for this, by the way.
That tweet. Let me go see
No,
that. Go on, carry on.
I don't blame. No. I don't even blame Arteta for this, by the way. Like, I think it was Vader. Big up Vader. He's a fraud. Make sure that you subscribe to Vader Games. He said Arteta ruined Gabriel Jesus. No, a knee injury ruined Gabriel Jesus. Those knee injuries are horrible to come back from, and he just hasn't done it. And when you're on the Arsenal medical table, you're going to be there a while. So it just seems like he never properly healed. So if he does come out and he does cook, fair play to him. I'll be excited about it. But gassing him up to be something that he's not until he proves otherwise, I'm sorry, man. Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. To be honest, I don't mean to be that guy, but leave me out of it. Yeah. What? No, Dal, I'm dead serious, dude. This guy is on the table again because he needs to get his knee, like liquid drained out of his knee. That is no word of a lie right there. There's no word of a lie. It's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous that we're still talking about this, and we're not going to get another striker in. We're not. So anybody who's saying that, oh yeah, we're gonna be getting another striker in, we're gonna be getting Osman, we're gonna be getting Gyökeres. No. Number one, I'd be very surprised if Osman was even interested in coming here. Number two, Gyökeres is not good enough, in my opinion. He's shown that he's not good enough to get where we need to go. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's a bad striker. I'm not saying that. He's just not good or better than what he has. And then you introduce another variable into the team where, we're scoring goals. Don't get me wrong. We're scoring goals, but we're not scoring goals at key times. I've been saying this over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. So bring in a striker that's going to bet into the team and prove me wrong. Otherwise, I just don't see it happening. I just really don't see it happening, man. What are you looking up, Connor? What are you looking up?
I'm trying to find that Gabriel Jesus tweet again, but it's just.
I found it. I was trying to
pick out something again, but it's just. I just feel like that's just going to be an excuse for why we don't sign a striker. But we've scored 91 goals last season, TJ. But listen, I'm all for it. I don't want to be too negative because we scored a lot of goals last season, right? We did. We were very, very good up front, and even defensively, we were very good last season. We were so close to winning a league title. But when you need a goal, and I think a lot of people forget about our Champions League run last season. Bar the games at home, away fixtures, we were shocking, and we were lacking of goals in our away games. I think bar Sevilla, and obviously for PSV was practically a pre-season match. So I think I've always said every team has their talisman. You can even look back in history. Talk about Man United now. Flawless is here. They had their talisman to win league titles. Mm-hmm. Not just one; they had multiple. But you've always got that one guy that everyone can rely on. And I honestly, we didn't win it much under him, but when I go back to thinking of recent times, if you want to think of someone like Aubameyang's going to score today. He's our striker. Even when Alexis Sanchez was here, but I'm talking like obviously I wasn't alive, but people like Thierry Henry, you think of those players and think that's our talisman. He's going to score today. Haaland is going to score today. Salah is going to score today. It's these players where, and Arsenal have a combination of very good players in their team. Your Sakas, your Salibas, your Declan Rices, all the above. But we don't have that main player who we're like, he's going to score today. He's going to get us out of the mud. He's going to win us this game today. And Haaland has obviously played a massive part to City's 2 Premier League titles when he's joined. And I think Arsenal need that. I think if Arsenal not just want to win one league title, I think a lot of fans think about let's just win one. I want to win more than one. I want to win. I'm not just. I want to win cups. I want to win everything. I want to be like City. You can't just expect, let's just win the one and that's all right. Let's win more. And I think you've got to go ahead and get your talisman if you want to go ahead and win more. You have to.
Well, I want to ask Flawless this because we didn't really get a chance to talk about it yesterday because I was too busy yelling at Tony. But
he's hairy. He's hairy.
What?
Yeah.
No,
that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Dude, that was nuts. That was
some of the stuff that Tony comes out with will always blow.
Don't get me wrong. I love Tony, but he stresses me out.
Hey yo,
he stresses me out. And but Flawless.
Wait, was that Ayo on the soundboard? You said that Ayo.
That was me.
That was
you. It sounded like a soundboard Ayo. I was about to say,
Ayo. No, I'm gonna probably need to get one of those on the soundboard. I'm not gonna lie. No, but Flawless. I mean, we're gonna start wrapping up the show here in a minute because I know I know people got to go and stuff. But from your perspective, I know you hate Arsenal, we hate Man United, but from if you were in our shoes, what would you be demanding I mean, you hear week in and week out what I'm demanding. What would you demand?
Exactly that. I'd be so pissed because we're so close. That's what would annoy. Like, as bad as it is being a Manchester United fan, I know in my heart of hearts we are far away in terms of quality for going to compete and win Premier Leagues and Champions League.
You were us 5 years ago. Go
yeah,
ahead.
but when you're Arsenal and you look at it and you've ran City close you've ran City close twice, and it's clear as day what Arsenal need in their team. That would annoy me. Do I think your manager's good enough to get you over the line? No. I've said that verbatim. However, even if you go and get the central midfielder that everybody can clear as day needs, everyone clear as day can see you need, and you go get the striker, you could arguably be favourites. So the fact that you're 2 signings away potentially from going to win a league or a Champions League, that would annoy me so much, because you don't get people Connor just mentioned it there about wanting to not win just a trophy, but trophies. You don't get many great opportunities at winning the Premier League. You don't get many great opportunities at winning the Champions League. So when those opportunities do arise and the cards are in your favor, you have to take full advantage. The fact that Arsenal didn't win the last 2 leagues is criminal. The fact that you lot were on top of the league, 94% of the time, and didn't win the league is criminal. The fact that you didn't win the league last year, when you look at how you performed and how Manchester City performed, is absolutely criminal. And the fact that you're bored of not gone on and went like, okay, let's do this. We see Liverpool do it with Alisson and Van Dijk. Okay, these are the 2 players we need to get us over the line. They did that. Right. They went on to win a Champions League, went on to win a Premier League. If you go and add 2 players of quality, a central midfielder and a striker, you could do the same thing, and maybe even more. So as an Arsenal fan, I get it. But the fact that I see Arsenal fans accept it, and it's because of how bad you was before Arteta took over. And it's like they have forgot, because you've come such a long way, they forgot there's still the next step. Because it's like, oh, well, where was we before Arteta? Yes, Arteta has done very well. Arteta has done very well at Arsenal in regards to the growth and in regards to the improvement. Is he better than I thought? Yes. Is he better than general consensus? General consensus, most people, yes. But that doesn't mean he's the guy to get you over the line. Me and Veta discussed this on Tuesday. When Veta was talking about, oh, how can you be so disrespectful of Arteta? Well, you don't think Arteta is a good manager? I think Arteta is a good manager. I think he's a very good manager.
He is a good manager.
He's a good manager. I think he's but is he good enough to get you over the line to win a Premier League and a Champions League? In my opinion, no. Could that change years down the line? Yes. But is he right now? No. So as a Manchester United fan, like you mentioned, I despise Arsenal. I hope you keep him. It's like when Arsenal fans say to me, oh, you just hating, you would love Arteta at Manchester United. No, I wouldn't. I don't want Nelly, man. No, I want someone who's going to get me over the line. And Arsenal fans don't like that. And I said it all last season. I said it all the season before. Arsenal will not win the league. Oh, you just hating because Manchester United are bad and rare. There's no hate. I can look at it logically and go, you're not good enough. Your team is not good enough. And your manager is the biggest default. Your manager is the biggest problem.
He gets in his own way too, and that's what's so shocking to me is that, like, and we talked about this yesterday. So, but I'm going to say it again. Kai Havertz is playing in the 8. That this was hilarious. I'm not going to lie. This was hilarious.
I lose my wallet. I'm upset. I'm upset.
No, I mean we're
can't play Havertz in the 8.
No, we're about to go. And that's the thing, is we're about to get back on this ride again, and it is the same old story, same old song and dance. Shout out, fucking Aerosmith. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal, because we are gonna go and we're gonna struggle to score goals at the beginning of the season. And here's the thing: is everybody's gassing up how many goals we scored last season, and trust me, I was happy about it. But do you remember who we got those goals against? Crystal Palace, horrible form. Sheffield United, horrible form. West Ham, horrible form.
One of them, Burnley as well.
Burnley, horrible form. Yeah. That makes up
4 against Luton.
That makes up what, 33%?
Yeah, 4 against Luton as well.
4 against Luton. Yep.
Yeah, in one of the games.
After conceding 3. I mean, these context is irrelevant, but on this channel, we try to provide as much context as possible. And people, you're allowed to gas that up. You're allowed to say, oh yeah, we scored a bunch of goals from everywhere. But in key moments, in key games, Aston Villa at home, Aston Villa away, West Ham away, in the cup, West Ham at home, like the Fulham, both matches, 10 man at home. Like these are, but no, paper over the crack. Super Mick, man, Super Mick. We're all good.
I've just seen.
I have it in the 8.
You know, we talk about how it's literally a carbon copy of last season. When Havertz we started the season last year on the 12th of August 2023, my birthday, and the first time he got a goal contribution playing in the 8, the season kicked off on the 12th of August, was the 30th of September. That's how many games? I don't even know how many games that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 games. 10 games with no goal contribution, no goal or assists, nothing.
So Havertz at the start of the season playing in the 8, and then he's going to revert back to that. He can't be that
10 games to get a goal contribution in that 8, and it's just like, and that was against Bournemouth, and we beat them 4-0.
And that was the game of the charity penalty kick as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, was that the penalty? Did he score a penalty that day? Wasn't it?
Yep, it was a penalty. That was the charity.
Hold on, then.
I'm not even going to count that
for Arsenal. I'm not even going to count that then. So let me hold on. You have to bear with me for a second. I'm going to go ahead and find the actual.
So it's longer, is what you're telling me.
It's longer than. So yeah, it's longer than that. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Yeah, I don't even know when he had a goal contribution. Hold on. No. Shit, was it Sheffield United? No, didn't even fucking get anything against them. I'm in November now and I still haven't found it. The point is, it's not going to work. Well done. He got 2 assists against Leverkusen. He's not going to do this consistently, and he's not. He'll be more consistent as a centre forward. But people don't like to hear that. They pick out the bits of where you're being negative. They won't pick out the bits where you're actually praising it. The amount of times I've seen I actually praise Mikel Arteta, but I said, but why are you being negative? Da, 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 da. It's like, bro, I've just praised him for 10 minutes, and as soon as I say something bad, it's like he's their partner. It's their partner. You say something bad about the missus.
Spanish we know.
Mate, you're gone out. You're done for. It's just like, and I think, listen, if it happens, it happens. But I want people to, if it happens and he starts in the 8 for a certain amount of times in the season and he doesn't improve our play, I want people to come and apologise. But I'll apologise if I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm going to be. So that's my point on that.
The apology stream for if Arteta wins me the title, will.
Manish, that's a silly question. Neither.
I can't wait.
Havertz.
Yeah, I know Havertz in the 9. I think we all know that Havertz. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Saying this is the best option.
No, he's better in the centre forward, and I'm not even going to take the piss there. He had a great, really good run in the centre forward role, and I was actually really pleased with him there.
Oh, but we talked about this on Never a Foul last week. Is that and I got raked over the coals for it because it sounded like I was defending Kai Havertz, but it's how you play Kai Havertz and you utilize who he is as a footballer. Because when he did go into the 9, he was legitimate. He was good. He got us winning goals.
Yeah.
He got us goals in key moments. Was he perfect? Absolutely not. Is he good enough in the 9? Absolutely not. But in terms of output, he was better than anybody else we had out there. And that is an indictment in it of itself of this football club at this point, is that we have Kai Havertz been eating off the Champions League gold his entire career as our number 9 when we're challenging for a league. But I'm negative. It's fine. I'm negative.
We're all negative, you know what I mean? How dare you have an opinion?
It's all good. It's all good. No, here's the thing, and we're gonna wrap. We're gonna wrap up. This is what I love about Vader. We got to get Vader back on the show. Maybe we get Vader on next week. And we got you know what we got to.
You need to run some sort of like show with Vader, like where it's just like a one-on-one.
No, I have to deal with it. I already deal with him once a week.
Nah,
Vader,
you know what? Bring Vader on. You know what? Bring Vader on next week, and I want to invite me back as well, man. I want to be. I want on that show. I want a front row seat to that show with Vader.
Oh shit! I will always send you the link, Floss. You want to come on?
Get Vader on next week.
Well, no, you do that, and then we'll do the crossover show for Man City in 3 weeks, and then and then there's a window over here, and I will jump out of it. Anyway, no trolling. Which season did you enjoy more, this year or last year? I'm not answering this question.
I personally, my first of all, how is this a trap question? I'm confused because we didn't win it.
He won it twice. Yeah.
Like I had a drum set. I'd hit the drum set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta understand what Vader's like.
It's very late.
You know what it is when Vader asks you a question, Cody, you know what you have to do. There you go.
Yeah.
You have to especially when he writes a question, read it again, and then read it again before
it's a backhand. Vader has sent me 4 messages today. All of them were backhanded compliments. All of them. All of them. I complimented him on the second kit. And he goes, you know what, TJ, despite what people say about you, you are very honest about your ops. And I go, wait, what? I'm like, I'm honest about everything. I'm always my authentic self. Unlike you, Canadian fucking gaslighter. This guy, absolutely ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So this is for Vader.
Shut up!
Yeah, you're done. Done out here, bro. Done out here.
Wow.
I don't even think he's still here. But big up Dal for the super chat. Big up my guy OG. Absolutely, my guy, my co-host for the American Idiot Show. We are actually going to start wrapping up because I got to go look at houses with my wife. I can't wait. This is going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
no, I can't wait. Yeah, no, I can't wait to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's going to be great. Anyway, big up Dal. You will catch me and Dal on the American Idiot Show. We will have Deji Spurs coming on. My! I'm preparing myself. I'm gonna do some breathing exercises before, so I don't lose it for
shaking their bums.
Whatever crazy shit Deji is gonna say, because it's gonna be twerking, shaking bums,
shaking bums
up, gassing up Dominic Solanke as their next.
It's going to be interesting actually because he's got fuck all to talk about to gas anything up because Tottenham have been shit, like signings wise, pre-season wise, they've been shocking. So I'd actually be very interested to watch on playback how he actually talks about Tottenham and stuff. But anyway, it's Deji. So
I think he's being. I think he realizes that they're in trouble. If he doesn't, he's crazy. I think they're in trouble. They're in real trouble. And I'm not even taking the piss. Objectively, I think they're in real trouble. But anyway, we'll go ahead.
TJ, will we do the double over them this season?
Oh, yeah, 100%. We're going to do the double
over. Okay,
clip it. No, Tottenham Away is in the chat right now, clipping in, I guarantee.
Yeah, clipping it up, yeah.
But anyway, all right. Again, Flawless, thank you so much for joining us, man. Again, it's always laughs. It's always jokes when you have you on. I really, really appreciate it, bro. Shout out what you got going. I know you're going live here in a few, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going live in 20 minutes. I'll be going live United Chelsea Spurs show. So I'll be with them two jokers, Surfer and Jez, talking all things Chelsea, but also Spurs as well, since you mentioned it. But big up for having me, man. I always love being over here as well. Shout out to Connor as well. But run up the likes, you lot in the chat, man. Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well, man. Get TJ to his next milestone. Road to what for you, TJ? Where's the road to what?
We're on the road to 1,300 right now.
There we go, man. So get him to 1,300 people. We're going to get there. And it's 1,500, then 2K, and then so forth and so forth. But again, man, love it over here. And like I say, if you do the show with Vader, give me a shout, man. I want to know that because you and Vader is great. Like, it's fantastic. It's great content. Shout out to Vader as well. So, yeah,
I'm going to have to take
again, man. Love.
I'm telling you, if that happens, I'm gonna have to find some blood pressure medication or something to calm myself down a little bit. Big up, Flawless every single time, guys. If you have not subscribed to Sarcasm City TV, go ahead and do it. I did see you put out the 12K subscriber celebration for that.
Yeah, celebration stream on Saturday. I need to actually post as well. It's just been so busy, but Saturday, yes, there will be a celebration stream. So like a Q&A, so you get your questions in. So yeah, love, man, every time, man.
I just recovered from the hangover from the last one, so I might show up
from the 11K. Yeah, man, show up to that one.
100%. All right, Connor, big up my guy again. Another great show. Yeah, cool. Shout yourself out.
Man. Yeah, no, I loved it, man. It's always a good time, and big up to Flawless every single time, and of course Staffy as well. He was here earlier. Yeah, listen, you can find me on Twitter. I'm trying to bring the channel back. I need to sit down. I'm off work all next week, so I can plan out before the season starts. I want to get back into this all again. But it is my birthday on next Monday, 21. So looking forward to that.
Damn, happy birthday!
Jeez, you 21?
He's 21, dude.
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
Youngster.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
What year was you born?
2003.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
2003 that is crazy.
I'd say something. I was in big up to everyone in the Goon Lounge, Hooks, halftime Hooks. Like I was like, Connor, how old are you? I was like, I'm gonna be 21. He's like, fuck's sake, I feel so old. And I thought, shit, yeah. So I got that. I'm off to Brentford tomorrow actually for their pre-season game against Wolfsburg. Okay. So looking forward to that. And on Saturday, and I'm partying up with some mates.
Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Happy birthday, man, and enjoy.
All next week. I can't wait.
So make sure you get your content plan then.
100%. I'm gonna get ready, man.
Go
get on this grind. I want to get back into it, and maybe a channel redesign. I'm not too sure. I have to wait and see.
It's true. He did.
Yeah. So it's true. So big up to everyone who's been locked in. Please do subscribe to TJ and of course subscribe to Flawless as well. And if you want to check my channel out and subscribe to it before I probably get back into it, it's CMO Sports. It's in the link, I think, where TJ's put it in the description.
It is.
So,
it's in the description. Yep.
Yeah, make sure to go check it out. There might be a rebrand. I'll see. Need to think about that. But yeah, big up to everyone. Been a good show.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, and you guys can catch me. I think he was asking about it. Yeah, Fist Bump FC stream later though. We'll see. I'm actually going to be live with Loose Cannons TV. I put it on my Twitter if you haven't followed me on Twitter. Loose Cannons TV. It's the Arsenal Philadelphia and Arsenal Pittsburgh guys. We're gonna be recounting the tour stories as we drink our way through Philadelphia. So I'll be on with them. I'll be on with the Arsenal Philadelphia guys. It'll be awesome. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. So Fist Bump FC, maybe. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe. Awesome. Just keep an eye out, set the notification bell, and I might go live a little bit later tonight. Who knows? But until then, we're gonna go redirect over to Staffy. He's live with Saeed right now. So go over there and say TJ Warren TV raid. You don't have to insult him if you don't want to. You know, Staffy's a pretty negative guy. We don't want to hurt his feelings. But go over there and say TJ Warren TV raid, guys, and we will see you next time. Later.
Take care, people.